What if I told you that everything you need to be great is already within you, that the only real barrier between you and success is how you perceive yourself? The world will only believe in you as much as you believe in yourself. So act like you're the best. Walk into every room like you were meant to be there. Speak with the certainty of someone who's already won. Condition your mind to know, truly know, that no one is above you, not because you're flawless, not because you know it all, but because you refuse to let doubt hold you back. Because success isn't handed to a chosen few, it's taken by those who decide they're worthy of it. One word: desire, the root of all achievement. Every great accomplishment begins with a burning desire, not just a fleeting wish, not just a casual dream, but a deep, consuming obsession. The people who rise to the top don't just want success, they need it. That desire becomes the engine that drives them through failure, through obstacles, through pain. Think about the legends of history, people who changed the world through sheer force of will and relentless drive. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. Did he simply wish for success? No. He was consumed by the need to bring his vision to life. He believed his success was inevitable, no matter how many times he failed. So ask yourself, what do you truly want? Not what the world says you should want, not what's considered safe or realistic, but what ignites something inside you. What dream keeps you up at night? What goal would you chase, even if it meant failing 1,000 times? That is your burning desire. That is the fire that will keep you going when things get tough. Once you discover that goal, write it down, put it on paper, make it real. Studies have shown that writing your goals dramatically increases your chances of achieving them. Why? Because it turns your vision from a passing thought into a defined mission. When you write it, it becomes a declaration, a commitment. Then picture it every single day. Visualization is one of the most powerful habits of high achievers. Athletes, business leaders, top performers, they all use it to train their minds for victory. If you can clearly see yourself achieving it, if you can feel that moment as if it's already here, you start building unstoppable momentum. Your mind gets to work turning that vision into your reality. But remember, visualization isn't the finish line. You have to act like success is guaranteed. Far too many people dream, but never move. They wait for the perfect conditions, the right signs, a guarantee of success. But here's the truth. Success belongs to the movers, to the risk takers, to those who step into the unknown with conviction. It's not about luck. It's about relentless effort. It's about showing up, day after day, no matter what, even when it's hard, even when doubt creeps in, even when everyone else says it's impossible. Because here's the secret. The moment you declare your success non-negotiable, everything starts to shift. The right people show up, the right doors open, the right opportunities align, and you gain the resilience to keep pushing. Most importantly, you become the person worthy of the success you desire. So make that decision now. No more delays, no more excuses. Turn your desire into an obsession. Write it, see it, feel it, then take massive action. Because winners don't just wish, they demand success, and they never stop until it's theirs. Faith, the belief in yourself when no one else does. If your mind can conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it. Success isn't just about grinding hard. It's about building a rock-solid belief in your ability to win. That belief is the foundation of every breakthrough. When the odds are against you, when doubt is loud, it's your faith that drives you forward. Without it, every challenge becomes a wall. But with it, even the impossible becomes possible. And faith isn't some vague feeling. It's a decision. Every single morning, you must wake up and choose to believe in yourself. Despite the setbacks, despite the rejections, despite the voices that say you can't. It's easy to believe when things are going well, but real faith shows up when the world says no. That's when you look in the mirror and say, I am capable, I am enough, I will win. The greatest visionaries knew this. Henry Ford didn't transform the world because he had endless resources. He did it because he believed in his vision. Oprah didn't rise because life was easy. She rose because she never let failure define her. These giants didn't ask the world for permission. They imposed their belief on the world, and the world had no choice but to accept it. Your mind is your greatest weapon. It can lift you up or tear you down. If you believe you're destined to lose, your actions will follow that belief. But if you believe, without question, that your success is inevitable, your life will align with that truth. This isn't blind hope, it's strategic belief. It's the alignment of your thoughts, your mindset, and your actions with your mission. When your mind is conditioned for success, you'll spot opportunities others miss. You'll solve problems others run from. But belief alone doesn't cut it. You must move. You must take bold action toward your vision. You must keep going, even when the results don't show up right away. The road to greatness is not smooth. It's rough, it's painful, and it's uncertain. But the ones who reach the finish line are those who push forward with an unbreakable belief in themselves. Ask yourself, what would you do if you knew, without question, that success was guaranteed? How would you act, speak, face challenges? Start living that way now, because confidence creates reality. Winners don't wait to be noticed. They build their own certainty, and eventually the world must take notice. The truth is, no one will believe in you until you do. No one will invest in your vision unless you invest in it first. If you doubt yourself, the world will mirror that doubt. But if you walk with confidence, if you act as if victory is already yours, you become a magnet for opportunities, people, and momentum. In the end, success is a prophecy fulfilled by belief. It doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to those who dare to believe when no one else does. The world doesn't define your limits. You do. So rise each day and believe. Act like a winner, and the world will follow. But here's the truth. Mastery is never final. It's a moving target, always shifting, always evolving. The moment you believe you've arrived is the moment you begin to fall behind. The world doesn't wait. Industries transform, knowledge expands, and innovation never sleeps. If you want to stay ahead, you have to keep learning. The best never stop improving. So make the choice now. Commit to the pursuit of mastery. Choose a skill, a craft, or an industry that aligns with your purpose. Go all in. Study deeply. Learn relentlessly. Take in everything you can. And more importantly, put it into action. Let your execution be what sets you apart. Because general knowledge makes you blend in. Specialized knowledge makes you stand out. Be the one who knows what others don't. Be the one who has mastered what others barely scratched. That's when the world starts to notice. 5. Decision success favors the bold. A major study of those who fell short in life found a common thread: indecision, hesitation, overthinking, constant self-doubt. These are the quiet killers of dreams. It's not that people aren't capable, it's that they wait. They wait for clarity, for certainty, for permission. But life doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who move. Indecision is the silent enemy. It delays action, kills momentum, and lets opportunities slip away. Meanwhile, those who rise to the top decide quickly and with confidence. They don't need perfect conditions. They trust their instincts and figure it out on the way. History proves it. Visionaries didn't overanalyze every step. They made bold choices. They took risks. Think of Henry Ford. He didn't wait for approval. He moved. And because of that, he changed everything. The line between success and failure often comes down to a single question: will you take action, or will you hesitate? The best don't waste time in doubt. They choose, they commit, they execute. And here's the best part. You don't need to be flawless. You don't need to have every answer. You just need to start. Most people think they need more information before they act, but that's a trap. Clarity comes from movement, not from sitting still. Each decision sharpens your instincts. Each step builds confidence. Even mistakes teach. Even failure moves you forward. The real threat isn't a wrong move. It's making no move at all. Ask yourself, how many times have you waited too long and missed your chance? How many times has hesitation cost you progress? Now imagine what would happen if you moved forward, right now, with full confidence. You'd be miles ahead. So trust yourself. Act like the best, because the best don't freeze. They move. They adjust. They create certainty. Make the call. Stop waiting. Whatever your dream is, commit to it. Move forward, like your success is guaranteed. The world belongs to the ones who act, the ones who decide, and never look back. 6. Persistence. Success never comes without resistance. The path to greatness is paved with setbacks, obstacles, and failures. Every champion has been tested. Edison, Ford, Disney. They faced rejection, loss, and doubt, but they kept going, and that's what separated them. Failure isn't final unless you quit. It's a lesson, a teacher, a stepping stone. Edison didn't fail 10,000 times. He learned 10,000 ways that didn't work. Ford faced bankruptcy before transforming the world. Disney was told he lacked creativity, but none of them let the world define their limits. They knew the truth. As long as you keep moving, you're not defeated. In the 1930s, during the Great Depression, millions lost everything: jobs, homes, hope. But some didn't stop. They adapted. They persisted. And when the storm passed, they emerged stronger, richer, more powerful, because adversity is temporary, but quitting, that's permanent. The lesson is simple. Those who endure, win. When life knocks you down, get back up stronger. The world doesn't celebrate those who quit. It honors those who refuse to back down. Adopt the mindset that quitting isn't an option. When you remove that exit, you push yourself harder. You look for answers. You find a way. You grow tougher, sharper, more determined. That's how winners are made. It's not about having more talent. It's not about luck. It's about grit. It's about refusing to give up when things get hard. Think. How many dreams have you abandoned because it got difficult? How many times did you stop just before the breakthrough? What if you had kept going? Train yourself to see setbacks as fuel, obstacles as tests. Every time you push through, you become more powerful. Every failure becomes a part of your story, a part of your strength. There will be days when you want to give up, but in those moments, remind yourself, if I don't quit, I haven't lost. The only real failure is giving up too soon. Success belongs to those who endure, to those who persist when others walk away. So decide now, no matter what comes your way, you will keep going. Act like victory is inevitable, because when you refuse to quit, success becomes your only option. 7. Mastermind group. Who you surround yourself with shapes your destiny. It's one of the most powerful truths of success. Your circle matters. No one rises to greatness alone. The highest achievers build strong connections. They surround themselves with people who challenge and uplift them. Winners don't hang around with energy drainers. They build mastermind groups, tight-knit circles of people who are committed to growth. These aren't just friends. They're forces of progress. They push you to level up. Think about it. When you spend time with small thinkers, your vision shrinks. But when you're around big thinkers, your ambition explodes. Their energy elevates you. Their mindset rubs off. Henry Ford had Edison. They weren't always allies, but their rivalry fueled innovation. Surround yourself with greatness, and you'll start operating at a higher frequency. Your environment either expands you or limits you. So build your circle intentionally. Find those who've achieved what you want. Learn from them. Study them. Connect if you can. And if you can't, absorb their wisdom from books, interviews, or content. Next, protect your energy. You don't have to cut people off completely, but you do have to set boundaries. Limit time with those who complain, doubt, or discourage. Your mindset is too important to leave unguarded. And give value. Strong networks are built on mutual growth. Support others. Share insights. Be a source of strength. When you uplift others, you attract high-caliber people. And finally, elevate yourself. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Expect more from you. Great minds respect those who push themselves. Success is not just about what you do. It's also about who you're becoming and who you're becoming it with. So choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who elevate your thinking, fuel your ambition, and challenge your limits. Because your circle is either holding you back or pushing you forward. 8. The subconscious mind. Your subconscious is always listening, and it's always creating. It's like a fertile garden Whatever you plant will grow. Plant fear, doubt, and insecurity, and they'll take over. Plant belief, courage, and vision, and your life will change. The thoughts you repeat shape your reality. Most people don't even realize it, but they're feeding their minds poison. They focus on problems. They replay past failures. They fill their heads with fear and wonder why they feel stuck. But successful people, they feed their minds intentionally. They choose what thoughts they allow in. They program themselves for victory. This isn't just positive thinking, it's survival. In a world filled with fear and noise, you must guard your mind. What can you do? Start with your inputs. Read books that expand you. Listen to voices that inspire you. Spend time with people who energize you. Filter out the negativity. Refuse to let self-doubt take root. Create an environment that reinforces your belief in success. Winners don't dwell on the past. They focus forward. They visualize their goals. They act like success is certain, because in their mind it already is. Control your mind, or it will control you. And if you control it, there's no limit to what you can create. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. If you keep affirming that you're a winner, that you're unstoppable, that success is inevitable, your mind will treat these statements as truth. And when your subconscious buys into that belief, your actions, habits, and choices will begin to reflect it. You'll carry yourself with confidence. You'll see opportunities others miss. You'll use setbacks as setups. This isn't wishful thinking. It's psychological strategy. Top athletes use it to dominate their sport. Visionary entrepreneurs use it to build legacy businesses. World leaders use it to rally nations. They all know one thing: the real victory happens in the mind before it ever happens in life. Now think about this. If you absolutely knew success was guaranteed, how would you act? Would you stall, doubt yourself, or would you charge ahead with unwavering belief? You already know the answer. When you believe in the outcome, you behave with boldness. You make sharper decisions. You take calculated risks and stay committed, even when things get tough. Your future is being built by the thoughts you feed your mind right now. Will you let fear and doubt take root, or will you plant seeds of certainty, grit, and success? It's up to you. From this point forward, be deliberate with your mindset. Speak your goals into reality. Carry yourself like your vision is already manifesting. Program your subconscious to expect excellence, and soon enough, your life will start to mirror that belief. 9. The power of bold decisions in the 1930s. During the depths of the Great Depression, the world was shaken. Economies crashed. Businesses crumbled, and survival became the daily battle for millions. Paralyzed by fear and uncertainty, many stood still, waiting, hoping for change. But history tells a different story about the few who chose action. In the midst of chaos, those who dared to move, who took initiative in business, innovation, or investment, came out ahead. Crisis often causes people to freeze. They delay, they worry, they wait for perfect conditions that never come. But during the Great Depression, those who waited were left with nothing. They let hesitation steal their moment. Meanwhile, the courageous few saw crisis as a window of opportunity. They moved with purpose, embraced risk, and went on to achieve massive success. Think about the innovators, the industrial giants of that time. While the majority paused, legends like Henry Ford, John D. Rockefeller, and Andrew Carnegie kept advancing. They understood a timeless truth: fortune rewards the brave. Those who stalled were left behind. Those who acted despite the unknowns rose to greatness. This same principle applies right now. Success doesn't come to the cautious. It comes to those who act, who take bold steps, and refuse to be ruled by fear. The world doesn't pay for hesitation. It honors decisive moves. So what does that mean for you? It means waiting isn't a strategy. If you want results, you must act as if the outcome is already yours. You need to move with intention, make fast decisions, adapt when needed, and never let uncertainty stall your momentum. Most people don't fail from a lack of talent. They fail from a lack of courage. They analyze everything, second-guess themselves, and miss their moment. Winners know no situation will ever be perfect. There will always be risks. There will always be unknowns. But those who step forward anyway, they're the ones who win. Look at the top performers today, in sports, business, leadership. They move with confidence. They bet on themselves. They trust their intuition. And because of that, they unlock doors others never even see. They act like success is inevitable, and their behavior mirrors that belief. So ask yourself, are you still waiting? Are you letting fear stop you? Or are you ready to go all in and claim what's already yours? If you want to rise, make bold action your habit. Stop hesitating. Train yourself to take steps, even if the way ahead isn't fully clear. Success is a mindset, and that mindset is forged through consistent action. Act like failure isn't an option. Move like victory is already written, because when you do, your belief aligns with your behavior, and the world responds. The future belongs to those who move boldly. Be one of them. Be relentless. Be fearless, and watch how the world opens its doors to you. 10. Fear. The ultimate dream killer. Fear is the single greatest barrier to success. It freezes ambition, crushes confidence, and keeps people stuck in the cycle of almost. And during times of crisis, like the Great Depression, fear did more damage than failure ever could. It wasn't just the economic crash that destroyed lives. It was the fear that kept people from acting, adapting, and advancing when it mattered most. Fear is a survival instinct, wired into our minds to protect us. But in today's world, it has become more of a mental roadblock than a life-saving tool. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of rejection. These aren't life-threatening, but they stop people dead in their tracks. But here's what separates the successful from everyone else. They don't let fear dictate their choices. They learn to convert fear into fuel. They recognize that fear shows up when you're about to grow. It signals that you're doing something important, something that matters, and instead of running, they lean in. Every major success story is laced with moments of fear. Entrepreneurs risking everything to pursue their vision, athletes performing on the biggest stages, leaders making decisions that shape futures. They all felt fear, but they didn't let it stop them. They understood that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's action in the face of it. So ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Failure, criticism, being misunderstood. Good. That's proof you're on the edge of something big. The things that scare you the most usually hold the keys to your growth. Fear means you're pushing past your limits, and that's exactly where transformation happens. The biggest mistake people make is waiting to feel ready before they act. But that moment rarely comes. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes from it. The only way to silence fear is to face it. Take one step, and fear begins to fade. The more you confront it, the smaller it gets. The truth is simple. Successful people do what scares them. They take action despite the discomfort. They know that growth comes with risk. That challenge leads to change. And every time fear shows up, they remind themselves it's just noise. Fear builds false barriers, but the real failure is surrendering to it. History shows this clearly. While many gave in to fear during the Depression, others took chances, made moves, and thrived. The world rewarded those who moved forward, not those who retreated, and that rule still applies. The future belongs to those who act, even when they're scared. Those who reject fear's control are the ones who break through limits. They lean into the unknown. They step forward without guarantees, and because of that they win. So what will you do? Will you let fear hold the pen in your story, or will you write it yourself? Let fear be the signal, not the stop sign. Feel it, and move anyway, because everything you've ever wanted lives on the other side of that fear, and only those who push through will ever reach it. The world won't believe in you until you believe in you. So act like you're already great, move like the best, speak with power, work with purpose, and eventually the world will have no choice but to see you that way. Success isn't about chance, it's about decision. So decide, will you rise and claim what's yours, or wait and hope it finds you? The choice is now. Step into your greatness, act like the best, and go build the life you were meant to live.